everybody, you're watching the Alt+Tab live show from Newegg TV here on twitch.tv/Newegg, and it's Friday!
Yes, it is. Freedom isn't free, but feels good. Sure does.
When we have it later.
Yes.
But for the meantime, we are going to bring you our show, which I'm a lot taller than Kyle today, because my chair was so tall.
I don't like looking down on you. I feel like that's not fair.
Yeah,
but now you're
all
about eye level. Maybe I should go a little more. Okay, we've gone too far. Quite literally. All right. Anyway, we have a good show for you guys today. There's a lot of interesting things that are happening in the tech world, especially this week. Of course, there's the whole Apple.
Kyle, you don't have to exaggerate. Our viewers are very, very savvy, and
That's
they know that
there's nothing interesting going on this week. That's a good point, Jenny. There are a few cool tech stories not related to Apple, mind you, that are pretty cool.
We had to dig deep.
We had to dig deep. Had to sift through all the Apple news to find gold.
Now, the first one I found to open our show and make you guys laugh is from Gizmodo, and it's about how our family members, you know, have started learning about social media.
Oh, gosh.
Particularly our older members of social media.
Didn't realize this was a horror story.
Now, they don't really know how to use Facebook just yet. So grandmas on Facebook are tagging themselves as Grandmaster Flash.
What is?
So
no.
when you're on Facebook and you're like typing and it thinks like it wants to autofill names all the time. So they type GRAN and they think it says grandma and they hit OK or whatever.
See, the internet's not that advanced yet, grandparents. You have to read. You have to actually read what you're inputting into your browser.
So some of the funnier ones are like, "Hi, sweetie, just sending you a hug. Love Grandmaster Flash."
No one wants to hug that.
This is Grandpa Dez's foot, not Grandmaster Flash. And they get better.
So what does the Grandmaster Flash page look like?
Okay, so Grandmaster Flash for reals. This is really the best part of this whole thing, and definitely had me crying earlier.
It'd be a bit concerning if Grandmaster Flash knew everything about you, making claims like they raised you.
Where is it? Where did
it would answer a lot of questions, actually.
Kyle, you deleted it.
I did?
Yes.
No, wait. I have it, but it's over here.
Hang on.
I see the real Grandmaster Flash.
Yes, I need that.
Okay. Here we go. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh wait. There. Okay.
Oh, you got it.
Now I can get it.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, so the real Grandmaster Flash, the guy who's getting all of these tags, is this guy.
Oh my gosh. He's a rapper or he's a DJ?
He's a rapping DJ.
Okay. See, now initially when I heard Grandmaster Flash, I thought this was like some kind of like actual flashing club of flashers, like people that, you know, wear the trench coats in the mall parking lot.
Flash?
I don't know. For some reason,
I kind of envisioned him as like one of our viewers, like Grandmaster Flash is a
comic book hero kind of type
thing? But like a video game handle or whatever.
True, yeah.
That's what I was thinking it would be.
A pro gamer.
Like one of you guys out there just getting everybody's grandmas.
I wonder if this whole mix-up has actually gained a lot of viewers and exposure for Grandmaster Flash. It probably has.
He says, "I love all you grandmas and grandpas out there." So it's true. It's what he says. It's true. I get a lot of posts from grandmas. Hilarious. Now I know why.
Wow.
Respect, grandma and grandpa. P.S. This is hip hop.
It's either the worst possible name to choose or the best possible name to choose.
Oh man.
It's like guerrilla marketing.
Grandmaster Grandma.
Grandmaster Flash. What a genius. All right, so that was a fun way to kick off the show. I think next up I included a story about something. Yes, I did. It is about something. Oh, this is another announcement. So Rosewell has one of their MX Blue, Cherry MX Blue keyboards on sale for $60. Mechanical keyboard, real Cherry MX switches for $60. It's their RK9000. And
take my money.
It's a pretty decent keyboard, actually. I mean, doesn't have like all the crazy features like I don't know, like customizable LEDs. It's a slightly older keyboard, but it still works perfectly fine. I actually did
Sorry, Kyle. Is this the story you were just talking about?
Yes, the Rosewell MX Blue keyboard.
You gotta give me a second till I get it up on the screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm just. Oh wait.
Stuff isn't. Sorry, we've switched to a new format. You guys might have noticed, like the Netscape thing went away. and I don't know how to run it quite as smoothly yet. So anyway, continue, Kyle.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of ironic how things were running more smoothly on Netscape. Sorry. All right. So anyway, this is actually, I didn't even realize, because the deal is on Newegg right now for 60 bucks. It's originally like over $100, but I found the deal listing on Kotaku under their Kotaku deals, and I thought it was worth mentioning in case you guys are looking for a mechanical keyboard, looking to switch over from rubber dome or scissor switches, and you're just you're on a budget maybe. So I thought I'd include it in here. I actually did a review on a very similar keyboard on my personal channel on Awesome Sauce Network. And I totally just slipped the story in there to give myself a shout out.
Shameless promo.
but it is, I feel like it is fairly useful if you're interested in buying this keyboard. I did it on the RX 9100, which is an older model, but they're basically the same thing. The only difference is that the RX 9100 has a built-in cable, USB cable, as opposed to a removable. That's about it. So there you guys go. Spend more money, buy it on Newegg, and I think that's pretty much it. Next step is HBO might offer HBO Go.
No, that's not next up.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
Skipping an announcement, buddy.
I'm all over the place.
Anyway, I figure it was about time we let our viewers know that you moved out.
Ah, yes. Yes. I did mention it briefly on my channel, but I'm not sure how many people caught it. Yes, I moved out of Jenny's place. She still lives there with our other special roommate, Brian, ex-roommate now. But yeah, it was.
He's having a game night tonight.
John 84 asked when Kyle was going to shave.
This? When am I going to shave this? I just shaved like a week ago. I'm half Asian. It doesn't grow that fast. You're overreacting. Probably next week.
Your story.
Thank you. But yeah, I felt like there were several things in place. The stars had aligned, and it just made sense for me to move on to the next place. I'm actually living with my grandparents now, as you know, but they didn't. So I'm living with my grandparents, and they need some.
Your Grandmaster.
My Grandmaster Flash. My Grandmaster Flash crew.
Kyle's grandparents definitely don't use social media.
No, they don't.
They didn't even have internet when he moved in.
I know. I had to deal with Time Warner all over again, which was a nightmare, by the way. But I'm getting off task. Yeah, so I moved in with them just to be around, offer a helping hand. Neither of them have a car, so I've been helping them get groceries and stuff, and you know they help me out with rent and whatnot. But it also gives me a little bit more space for my personal area, living area, and studio and whatnot. So it's a good situation. It's a good living space, but I am sad to be gone, and it does get lonely sometimes there because my grandparents have no idea how to play Super Smash Brothers, and I. It's just been kind of awkward. Like, hey, so want to hit the bar or something? I've been trying to get my grandma to drink beer for like ever since I moved in. Like, come on, just take a sip. She won't do it. She's a stubborn old woman. Sticks to her guns. Respect that. You go, Grandma.
All right. So now everybody,
Grandmama Flash.
You can stop asking me on my Twitter when I post things about computer builds if I'm going to go get Kyle's help. The answer would be no, even if he was down the hall.
Yes, Jenny is fully self-sustaining. She's a PC tech enthusiast. She knows what she's doing.
She doesn't want any trouble with her standoffs.
She doesn't know any trouble with you always go back to the standoffs thing. 2 years. Let it go. Let it go, Paul. I'm peeking on the mic now. But yeah, so some big changes, but I think everything's going to be all right.
I don't cook anymore.
We're all good. You don't cook? I heard. I know Brian's been just like eating Taco Bell every night or something. Or
he made about 12 pounds of some kind of weird spaghetti thing that he's eaten every meal now for the last 3 days.
I thought it couldn't get any worse than Taco Bell. Apparently it can.
Okay.
That's dark. But all right. So that's that news and personal news.
All right. Now hang on. Keep chattering while
okay.
I get the next
chattering.
story up.
Someone's saying Jenny's an independent woman. With the smiley with cat ears.
There was that one time I needed your help updating the BIOS, though.
That is true.
I just really wanted to be able to say if it didn't work,
Kyle,
it was your
do
fault.
your parents speak in Thai to you?
My grandparents are they were both born and raised in Thailand. They moved over here during their college years, and they both speak it and write it fluently, but they don't speak Thai to me because I was never taught from my mother, who was pretty much Americanized growing up. My grandparents never wanted to actually speak Thai to my mom even because they were afraid that if she knew Thai better than English and her English was poor, she'd have a harder time getting a job in America. So because of that, I'm a whitewashed half Asian kid. So no, they don't speak to me in Thai.
But when you go to the Thai restaurant with Kyle, he can pronounce everything correctly on the menu.
That is a good
And
point.
he orders things off the menu.
Yeah, he orders things they don't even have on the menu.
Yep.
And then we go to the Thai restaurant without Kyle. We're like, where's that thing we had last time?
I know the code. I know the Thai code. It's ancient. It's ancient discovery.
All right, your story's up.
Okay, so my next story, continuing, is HBO possibly offering HBO Go without needing pay TV.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, which makes perfect sense. I mean,
because
it's like Netflix.
Nobody pays for Game of Thrones.
No, exactly.
So
I know, that's true. Well, that's the thing, would it really even make a difference? It sounds like a great idea on paper, but then if they implement it, are people still going to be pirating the crap out of Game of Thrones anyway?
If they included it as something you could get with Amazon Prime, because Amazon Prime has the HBO shows on their video streaming, even if it was an extra like $20 or $30 on top of my Prime subscription, I would do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because honestly, I would rather be able to watch, the shows when they come out,
right,
than, maybe not when they come out, or usually just at Paul's house.
Yeah,
we all kind of descend upon him every Sunday during Game of Thrones season.
That's because I had HBO for free for like 4 months. It's a free trial.
Paul had a black box.
Paul had a free trial of HBO that allowed us, and now we don't know. Now that the free trial's over, we don't know how we're going to get our Game of Thrones on. Yes,
it's a conundrum, but I think it's a step in the right direction. They haven't confirmed that they're actually going to do it. I think it was like the CEO or somebody important from HBO was commenting about it, and they just said that they want to take all those special measures to make sure that when if they actually execute it, that it's done properly. And
I think this is good because to me this is kind of like moving closer towards the type of TV I would want, which is you pay for.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, computer. But you pay for the things you actually watch and don't pay for the things you don't. And I know this kind of kills commercial ads, especially if paying for these services allows you to watch things ad-free, which most of them would.
Yeah.
So commercial advertisement, I think that's the biggest thing, is that commercial advertisement would just almost go away. And also it would be very lucrative to the very few companies that are the service providers of those things.
Exactly.
But for us, for the people who want to enjoy this entertainment, that's awesome. And the TV companies haven't had a dime on my money since 2008 anyway.
Exactly.
So, and that's becoming more and more common, that I'm not a freak show anymore. I was in 2008. But now it's nobody really wants to have TV.
Right. I think it's silly to charge a subscription for an internet service and to make a TV service mandatory to actually get access to that. If I'm going to be watching stuff online, why do I need to also have TV? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, it's all speculation for now, but we can only hope that they make the obvious right choice. Is the next story yours? Or is that me?
That's still you.
The next couple are mine. Okay, so this next one I found is actually kind of hilarious. Microsoft and the NFL, they made a deal, a $400 million 5-year contract that would officially sport the Microsoft Surface as the official tablet of the NFL. And so they were actually going to have all of the the coaches and even the players messing around on the Surface, basically when they're sitting on the benches, on the sidelines, during actual games. So
not paying attention to the games?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great idea.
Playing NFL Madden Mobile on their tablet when there's a Super Bowl going on.
You don't need to pay any attention to the game you're actually playing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about football.
Yes. That's why we love America. But there's kind of there was a funny mix-up because people are so used to just the Apple ecosystem everywhere that a couple of the announcers on ESPN, as well as some other folks in the NFL, referred to these Microsoft Surface tablets as iPads on national television.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. ESPN's Trent Dilfer, I'm not too into sports, so I'm not sure who that is, but I'm sure people who are into sports know him, made a joke about how long it took the Cardinals assistant head coach to learn how to use the iPad to scroll through pictures. And so, just imagine Microsoft slipping the NFL $400 million and then just completely...
Yeah, and that was their product placement moment.
Yeah, getting replaced with huge competitors.
Trent, that was your moment,
Come on,
man.
Trent.
Do you even technology, bro?
Still love you, Trent, whoever you are. But I thought that was
oh, good.
kind of
You
a
got
good
the
fail.
dirt on the Facebook Messenger app.
Yeah,
Finally.
yeah. So you heard
Bring
about that too, right?
Bring it down.
Yeah. So I personally haven't used the Facebook Messenger app at
Me
all.
neither. I refuse to install
I heard
it.
it's pretty terrible, and even if it didn't get horrible reviews, I probably wouldn't use it much anyway. But basically, they did some research and they looked into the coding of the entire program, and they found like a lot of spyware that actually makes it seem almost more like a surveillance program in a way. Like they're tracking so much data. Basically, any data that they can squeeze out of your phone, they're tracking. And of course, there's always like a reasonable amount of data that developers want to track. Like how much time you're spending in the app versus it running in the background. That's all kind of normal and expected. But when they're starting to track things like your actual Wi-Fi SSID, so they can see which networks you've been connecting to, so they can figure out where you are and do whatever they want with that information, it gets a little creepy and a bit controversial. So there's a huge article on it.
Obviously, everything that they're tracking is targeted towards finding some kind of way to use that data to promote advertisements that you will actually click on and buy from and things like that. But then I can also imagine them using the data that they're collecting from your phone to determine what type of people you talk to, because they have access to all of your contacts, what kind of messages you send, what kind of people you talk to. That information would be very valuable to like lobbyists who are interested in how you vote.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely.
Yep. Won't install it, and
No,
I consistently will ignore the messages from Facebook saying, install our messaging app. They even had a thing I noticed on the Facebook app when I opened it the other day. It was like, get the facts on the messaging app. At the top as like a banner that wouldn't go away as you were scrolling up, like a fixed banner.
It wasn't an option. You must know the facts.
You will know. But I didn't click on it because I refused to get it. I don't care what they like. Facebook defending its own app. Yeah, guys, I totally trust you.
Yeah, and that kind of brings up the other issue of about like requesting user permissions. So when you like download an app, or even when you turn your GPS on, it's like, do you give us permission to track your location or your whereabouts? And you always click yes or whatever, and they'll ask you, but they won't necessarily tell you in detail what they plan on doing with that information or what they're planning on using it for, which could really, in some cases, a lot of cases, change your decision whether you accept or deny that. So it comes to the point of how much more in-depth do they need to be, how much more clarity needs to be actually upfront and transparent to the user before they're actually accepting something they might not even know what they're agreeing to.
Right, because some of these things could just be dumping endless amounts of malware into your phone, or viruses, or other things.
God
like that
knows what.
flashlight app you need. Your flashlight app does not actually need permission to access your internet and your location and your contacts. Your flashlight app doesn't need any of those permissions.
May we monitor all activity captured by your HD camera for the flashlight app? Really?
Yeah.
It's
we have access to
creepy.
all of your pictures.
they're NSA in it. Those kids at Facebook.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway.
Moving on to some news that doesn't suck. Windows 9 leaked screenshots. I don't know if you had.
Where are those?
Oh, wait.
Down here. After
there they
that
are.
Stuff? Okay.
Yes. So there were some leaked screenshots posted by a couple websites, and it looks pretty interesting. It's nothing out of the ordinary. I'll wait for Jenny to bring it up. You can take a look. Open that link. Open that link right here.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, I think it was a German blog. Yes, a couple German blogs posted these screenshots, and it's pretty interesting. So the first thing that they saw was the new Start menu, which basically already has all of your recent apps on the left. You can customize your programs and whatnot. But then they've also integrated the Metro UI into that Start menu. So you kind of have like the Metro tiles when you click the Start button. It kind of pops up.
This dude is like way behind. This stuff's got leaked like 4 weeks ago. Paul and I had this story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it really, Paul?
This guy is just.
I don't know why it says it was posted today at 10:30 a.m. This is on Gizmodo. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong site. This is on WinSuperSite, but it was posted September 11th.
Yeah,
which
I
is
saw
yesterday.
that one too, but then I was kind of like, guys.
Is this old news, guys? Because if it is, I apologize, and we'll
these,
skip
like,
on to the next one.
These like leaked pictures have been out for a long time.
I think Spirit Cross 93 just summed up that whole article. Windows 9 looks meh.
Yeah, exactly. Looks meh.
And Paper Kyle will not creepily sneak up behind me. Only the real Kyle gets the edge on any other Kyle. But there's even been talks about it not even being called Windows 9. Some people just say it's going to be called Windows.
Again.
Right, I mean, it's already the new Windows in a way, right?
Well, I mean, when it was just Windows, it was just Windows.
Well, yeah.
And then there was Windows...
They're going full circle.
And then there was Windows 2.0.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of progressed from there.
And went negative,
the original Windows was
2.0.
just Windows.
Yeah.
They keep coming up with fun code names that sound cool, like Windows Blue.
Windows Blue?
Yeah.
You know what Windows Blue was?
No.
Windows 8.
Windows 8.1, yeah.
Oh. Well, this one could be called Windows Meh.
That would be great. That'd be great for their marketing, I think. People wouldn't give them such a hard time for trying to act so cool.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys, get a little meta here. Admit it. Just admit it. The tiles are ugly.
Put in your favorite Windows name for Windows 9, what you think it should be. Someone said Windows 9.
Very clever. Okay, and I will do this thing.
All right, so anyway, sorry if that's an old article, guys. Okay. I found it interesting because it was the first time I had seen it, but I'm not necessarily super shocked, or I'm not super excited, and I'm not really disappointed at the same time. I'm just kind of like you said, meh.
All right, so the next thing we're moving to is I kind of like doing this every couple weeks. My favorite tech YouTube roundup.
Oh, it's our buddy Austin Evans. Hi, Austin, if you're watching this. I love you. Don't hurt me. No mo. What is love?
What are you doing?
My brain just...
Hang on, I haven't even switched screens yet, and they can't even see what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
So this is my first pick this week, and this is actually came out about 2 weeks ago, but there's a lot of YouTube to watch out there, guys, so I know you guys don't always get to everything at the same time, too. But this is Austin's How Fast Can a Computer Get?, which is a really, really awesome, boiled down explanation for how cores work and how cores on GPU works and how the technology has evolved. I mean, he gets so much information out in 3 minutes that it's really, really impressive, and it's very concise, and it flows nicely, and you will learn something.
Indeed.
And
he's just such a likable guy.
He's
Austin's
super
like the
likable.
nicest tech tuber I've ever met.
Yeah, he's really, really nice and really, really happy.
He makes Steve look like a
depressed person.
Pissed off homeless guy. I don't know what homeless has to do with any of that, but
I don't know either. But anyway, so Austin,
Austin's cool.
Austin, great guy, great video. I was really very impressed with it. And my second one for this week was
and he always has such good like keyword titles, like how fast can a computer get? That's something that probably a lot of people type. So he's got 184,000
views in 12 days.
And it's informative. It's not just like a view grab.
Yeah.
Like if I did a video called How Fast Can a Computer Get, I'd literally just take like a test bed inside of a Ferrari and just... But first I'd have to get a Ferrari.
My second video pick of the week is the Sapphire R9 285 OC overview and benchmark video from Tech Syndicate.
That card looks cool.
It does look cool, and it's very small.
Yeah.
It has a really cool, kind of innovative cooling system on it to help it be that small. However, it does need 2 expansion slots because of its thickness.
Mm-hmm. You need a slightly thicker... What are you laughing at?
Just
I'm missing something here. Is there something on my face?
No.
You guys would tell me, right? Anyway, the card needs a slightly thicker heatsink. Oh, was this one of those "that's what she said" moments?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
Dang
totally.
it! I'll have to rewatch that after the broadcast and find out what exactly she said.
Anyway, so they've developed a cooling system for it with nice thick copper heat pipes, and a nice fin array on top to keep it cool, but it does pack a lot of power, and he goes through all kinds of benchmarks, and he does benchmarks on games I didn't really expect, actually. But anyway, so check it out. And there are some other videos that happened on YouTube this week, Kyle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like?
I don't know.
Go on.
Maybe this one where you and Paul are dancing.
Okay. Is that being shown right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure many of you guys are already aware, but Paul and I are doing a collaborative giveaway on our personal channels called the Awesome Hardware Giveaway, appropriately combining both of our channel names. We're doing it with Fractal Design, so we linked up with Josh from Fractal, and we're giving away some Define R4s and some Newton R3 1000 watt power supplies, and there's also a bunch of dancing in the two-part series that we put together.
I have to show my favorite.
I think the ending of part 2 is my favorite.
Where's the link to your video?
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Paul hit it so he could get all the views.
Am I dancing?
My favorite part was somewhere around. I got it.
First link in the description.
Right around here, where the dog attacks you.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know if the dog attacked me or if I attacked the dog. Because Nori got really excited, that's Paul's dog, when we started just jumping around. Yeah, she did. If we could get a replay and just pause on that frame. That was the moment. I was physically, brutally attacked by Paul's adorable dog.
She runs around and tries to trip you.
Yeah. So basically, do as we say,
Meanwhile,
not as we do.
what is Paul doing?
Paul's doing like, I don't know, like the white man thrust or something.
Oh God.
It looks like he's riding a horse, but
I didn't
in sandals.
I didn't get to see these videos until like
It's the freestyle mode.
10 minutes
You can
before
just
we went
dance
on the
wherever you
show.
want.
That's right.
I tend to go for pelvic thrust.
He tends to go for pelvic thrusts when he gets the chance. And then there's the DJ move. That's just fist pumping. Yeah, we're all over the place. It's a good giveaway though. You guys should check it out.
How many beers did it take before you guys started doing the dancing part of your videos?
Well, we specifically saved that part for last, so we had a couple beers up until that point. We had a couple stouts, and I think it loosened the mood, made it all loosey-goosey.
We weren't going to be able to go back to sitting and talking at the camera. We were like totally sweaty. And
Yeah, that's true.
Of course you had
Yeah.
to do that at the end. I mean,
I got a bit of a glow. Usually get a bit of a glow. But yeah, it's a fun giveaway. Check it out. You might win stuff.
Could somebody please re-edit this with like really funny music?
Shut up, Rachel. This is not awkward.
It's so awkward.
Talking trash.
What's the
We know who you are.
Ride the Pony song? Yeah, could you re-edit that? They're dancing with that song.
Yeah, guys, feel free to take and modify any of this footage
You should
at
tell
will.
the 3 songs we were dancing to.
Oh yeah, they were.
Britney Spears,
Oh baby,
Toxic.
no, it was Toxic. Toxic by Britney Spears was the first one.
Baby Got Back.
Baby Got Back was the second.
I think it's funny. We can't use those songs, but I think it's funnier with those.
Yeah, because of copyright issues, obviously we had to substitute our
I'm
own
sorry, I keep hitting my
royalty-free
mic.
music.
And
I'm
Lady
sorry, everybody.
Gaga, Bad Romance.
Bad Romance.
Oh.
There's a clip I forgot to include, like a blooper at the end, where we're just scrolling through the songs. We're just like kind of sweaty. And I'm like, hey, you want to do like Lady Gaga? It was like Bad Romance, and we're like, yeah, sure. And then you're like, you know, out of all the Lady Gaga songs, I actually really like that one. I'm like, yeah, me too. You know, it's got a good beat. I was just gonna cut the video right there, but I didn't get around to it.
Anyway.
I forgot it.
All right,
Awesome.
all right. So if you guys like free stuff, that's
fun
where
time.
you could go sign up for some.
Indeed.
And
Indeedy. Indubitably.
and also that made me laugh really, really hard. Okay. So next, all right, we promise this is maybe the only Apple story.
This is the last we'll ever talk about Apple and their horrible products.
And if you don't want to watch
Evil
it, just
regime.
you can Alt+Tab over to the YouTube and watch.
That was clever. You see what she
Look,
did there?
you can't even look at it.
Oh my god. Oh, there it is. So this is a quick screenshot I found. Basically, it's a screenshot that's been floating around the web ever since the announcement of the iPhone 6, basically comparing the new phone from Apple to the Nexus 4 with almost all the exact identical specs, like
Yeah,
all the way
Nexus
down the
4
line.
released 2012.
Yep, Nexus 4 is 2 years old, and iPhone 6 just came out, or hasn't even come out yet, with all the same specs. So
And P.S. My,
kind of interesting.
my 2-year-old Samsung Galaxy S3 still has more features than
Yep.
the iPhone 6.
had NFC way back in the day.
Yeah. This was the first phone to have that.
Yeah.
And remember the commercials with like the touching to send pictures to each
Yep,
other? I've never
absolutely.
done that with anybody.
No, I know.
It's completely
I don't
useless.
use 70% of the features on my phone, my Galaxy S4. But yeah, I think this is also interesting to think about because why wasn't the Nexus 4 like the next big thing, or why didn't that blow up? You know, like the iPhone 6 is. And I think it's just because it's not an iPhone. I think that's probably the main thing. And also, I think that Google probably isn't nearly as polished in their hardware marketing as Apple is. And that obviously Apple has a lot of momentum going for them because of all their past history and their past products. They've already built in a bunch of people into their product line, and
yeah,
it's interesting to see.
Do you know what the new camera specs are for the iPhone 6?
Yeah, they're better than the last one. But by how much?
That only makes them slightly as good as my 2-year-old phone.
I think they can do 1080 at 30 or 60 FPS.
Okay.
And they can do slow-mo 120 or 240 frames from what I remember reading, which is kind of a cool feature. And obviously the sensor's a bit better than the last one. That's actually what they were saying is the main benefit. One of the huge landsliding improvements over the iPhone 5S was the camera. If you're upgrading from an iPhone 5, you're going to see probably a great deal of difference. But if you're upgrading from the iPhone 5S to the iPhone 6, you probably will see marginal improvements, unless it's talking about the camera.
And if you want to see real improvements, read a few reviews on the latest Android phone and pick one of those.
Indeed.
Like the, I'm actually pretty enthusiastic about the OnePlus, even though it's from a new company. That's my only thing is, a lot of companies, like, it's the longevity of the product that I kind of worry about. And I think iPhone users feel super safe in their iPhone purchase because they tend to last a pretty long time.
Yeah. And I think just the way that iOS is, it's just kind of built to be easy and simplified. And I think a lot of people that aren't really tech savvy also like the idea of being able to go to like the Apple store and just, if they have a problem with their phone, like, here, you take care of it. I think that sells a lot of people. Like, I think my mom is like sold on that, and I feel like there's a lot of people out there that just don't want to deal with it.
I've never had a problem with my phone.
Right. I know.
That's not an Apple.
And I mean, you know, there are certain things that I might have issues with my Galaxy S4, but you know, I can Google it and fix it in about 5-10 minutes usually, or even less than that. But
I don't know. What I had the first smartphone, so I had the Google. It was, everyone just called it the Google phone, but it was the G1, and it was developed by HTC and Google, and it was the first thing that ran Android and everything like that. And I loved that phone. And I never went back after that, but then I had a iPhone 4S going from Android to iPhone 4S and
you wanted
iOS.
to shoot yourself.
In 2 weeks, I wanted to throw it in the water.
Yeah.
I was so angry. I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't store anything on it. I couldn't bring documents with me anywhere on it. It had a stupid calendar.
Yeah.
And if you're a busy person that needs like to keep track of a lot of things, Apple is not where it's at.
And a lot of things won't fit on that 4-inch screen.
Oh yeah, and
so,
also
yeah,
iPhone
there's a bigger
6
screen now.
Still no internal or
no internal storage.
No external storage.
They have expanded their options up to I think 128 gigs, which is I guess
How much is that phone? $900?
something like that. Yeah, 800-900. That might not even be for the 6 Plus. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's silly.
And also, I
Apple.
mean, you have to sign in a user agreement that says that everything you put on your iPhone belongs to Apple.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you could see like some shots of your cats like in the next Apple commercial, not get paid anything for it. Make more money on YouTube that way. So enough Apple exposure for now. I'm sure you guys are probably sick and tired of it. What's this Lazy Dressers Unite article about, Jenny?
This is from PC Perspective, and it says, skip tailoring your suit. You can scan yourself for the perfect fit. So with all these 3D printing technologies that are coming out, they're actually finding other ways to use the 3D scanners that transfer the data to the printer.
Yep.
And so one of them is to figure out like the best fit for shoes, I think is what this article centers around primarily. The example were a pair of shoes that could be ordered online with no concerns about the fit because the shoes will fit perfectly.
Perfectly.
They will be made for your feet.
And then do you have to like send your foot in and then they'll scan it, or?
Yes, you must
Think
hack it
about
off
that.
at the knee Put it in a box.
I mean, what's the
Keep
process?
it on ice though, because they
of
might be able
course.
to reattach it.
Have a spare foot on hand if you plan on.
I think it's a new style camera. It might be something that will be built into something like a cell phone eventually, is where I'm seeing this going, because it's getting smaller and smaller, and so eventually you'll be able to be like,
Or there'll just be a foot scanner. You just like plop your
right,
feet
you go
in.
to the shoe store or whatever, and there's like a little scanner and scan your feet.
Instead of those little shoe feet size things that you'd go put your foot in at the shoe store that's like made out of metal, has like bacteria growing all over it.
Ew.
Instead of those, it's going to be like 3D scanners.
You know what was nice
Every 10 feet in a shoe store.
about my feet finally not growing anymore? I haven't had to put my foot in a shoe sizer thingy in many years,
Me too.
because I know what size I am, and it doesn't change.
I'm glad my feet are fully developed.
Because then you
It's the
gotta
little
touch-
things in life.
I just realized that. I'm like, when was the last time I actually used one of those? I was probably 16.
My feet stopped growing,
Yeah.
but my mind never will.
Right. But the other one they're talking about is like, you know, you go to a suit sales place, and instead of them measuring you, they just 3D scan you and
Yeah.
then make you the perfect tailored suit.
Yeah.
Many men do not understand the value of a perfectly tailored suit. There's
I do.
really almost nothing that makes a man look better than a suit tailored to them.
Or
Most
a-
of you
or a
just
lot of
end
money.
up. Most of you just end up looking like penguins.
The dude could be naked, but if he has like a ton of money like that he's swimming in, he looks just as good,
Not really.
not better. No.
Just a gold digger cow.
Paul's
Paul's
Paul's nodding in agreement. He's giving me a thumbs up. Rachel has started. Our mod has started singing Gold Digger. Abort mission.
Okay, so Google buys the company that created a tremor-stabilizing spoon.
Yeah. Okay.
This
so
is
I thought
awesome,
Yeah.
actually.
I thought it was kind of cool. It was a different move on Google's part, I think.
That picture is ridiculous.
It's a terrible picture. I'd be embarrassed to be that woman. But also very flattered at the same time. It's a weird feeling I would get. But honestly, I think it's.
This is how you test the temperature of your food, too, by the way.
I usually just stick my tongue in the bowl really quick. The tongue thermometer test. Edsel does the same thing. Call me weird, but ask Edsel from Linus Tech Tips. He does the exact same thing. So I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I told you. So basically, this is a spoon for people with tremors. About 10 million Americans suffer from this. It's called essential tremors. Basically, the tremors of the hand or speech or of the head. Many things can tremor. And that makes it really difficult for people to eat sometimes. Spoon, things flying everywhere. So this is actually a spoon that balances, counteracts, has a counterweight. It basically neutralizes 70% of any severe tremor that you may have. And Google bought the company that made this device. Why? I don't know. They haven't really revealed much about it. They bought the company for an undisclosed amount. Everything's kind of hush-hush right now. But I thought it was an interesting move on Google's part. What are they going to do with this? If you guys have any theories, go ahead and put it down below. But I think it's kind of cool, too, because this is technology that actually helps people, too, which is kind of nice to see Google helping out the greater good. And that pasta looks really good, too.
Yeah, it does.
I just
I'm
keep
kind of
watching
like,
it.
as you
I
made
watch
it,
that GIF over and over. I'm like, what's in there?
Look at those olives.
The
Look at
olives
those
look
huge
really
olives.
tasty. They look fresh, and I wonder if they're filled with anything, like garlic or jalapeno. Anyway, it's a lot of cool stuff. It's expensive, though.
How much?
It's $300.
Now it is, but
for
once
just the
Google starts
exactly.
making
I
it-
think maybe I don't know. That's definitely a possibility. So I think the device itself, the white thing, is $300, and then you can replace the attachments with like the spoon or fork or knife that they're probably coming out with later for like $20 a piece. So it's pretty pricey, but I think they started an Indiegogo campaign so that even people who can't afford it can still benefit from any support that the company gets from increased technology and more research and development. And they even, from the Indiegogo campaign, were able to hand out like over 100 of these things to like low-income families and stuff that suffer from tremors, which is cool.
That
So,
is really cool.
Just wanted to throw in a feel-good article
I like it.
for you guys for this Friday.
Okay.
Feel good, everyone. And
Sorry.
are we on to the gaming stuff now?
On gaming.
haven't answered many questions.
Oh, all right. I suppose.
All right, let's do some
should do some
questions before we talk
Twitters
about the
and some-
two gaming stories.
Actually have questions.
Do we have questions?
I don't know.
Have you
Our mod's like, oh, Rachel's like, I don't know. I'm just the mod.
Oh shoot, I got like 22.
Legitimate questions in chat.
What did I do with my glasses?
Oh god, so many notifications.
I lost my...
You lifted your phone up and you're like, my phone is better than the Apple phone, and then you put it back down.
That's very
no, my
creepy
my
picture.
gunners are over there, like gonna be sitting here squinting.
All right, I'm just gonna start favoriting everything, and you just pick and choose what you
Okay.
like. You might want to see this picture.
Thank you.
Ba-dum
Little lady,
bum.
can't see.
I'm gonna avoid any talk about NVIDIA's upcoming GPUs. Scares me. NDA still alive, still up.
Wow, somebody got a picture of something. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Don't show it if it's the same thing. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. What the-
Moonay, aka Joey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that is, dude. But cool, man.
It's this.
I know, I'm being...
Oh, I'm sorry.
End of the day on
She
Friday.
was trying to feign ignorance.
Wow,
Paul is a derp.
She's such a good actress.
Thank you. You're the first person ever to say that you love my buzz cut.
What is this? This one's funny. I have no idea where that came from. The one you favorited.
Ronan, 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 Ronan.
Demand Duck asks, so who wants to Snapchat?
That sounds sketchy.
Kyle's
dude.
is only balls please with a Z
Damn
at
it.
the end.
That is my Snapchat. If you guys want to Snapchat me a snap, then it's only balls, please. Is it with a Z?
Yeah, it's BLZ or no.
BALLZ?
Balls, please.
PLZ?
I don't know. I deleted Snapchat.
I think
so.
balls is with an S, but please is with a Z.
Okay.
But
Figure it out.
right?
First person to Snapchat me, I don't know, gets to send me a picture of their balls. I don't know. And that's just a joke, by the way. I don't really want only balls.
Lamont Cranston
Yeah,
asked,
you
what
do.
do you miss about being roommates? Kyle's really good at washing dishes.
Jenny's really good at making dishes. Of food!
Okay, I like it.
Yes, just with steel and like porcelain. She just
I remember Jenny with her kiln.
just
Spinning it on a wheel.
spinning it on a wheel, doing pottery, and we would eat out of it the next day. It's really great.
So since Kyle moved out, I don't cook anymore, really, which is kind of liberating for me because now I get to go to the gym after work every day instead of going home to cook a healthy meal for my growing boy. And
I'm a big kid now.
but it was nice. Like, it was kind of like a family time thing we did every evening. We sit down and actually like eat a meal together as roommates and talk about our days and stuff. But ever since I really stopped doing that because you moved out and because Brian won't do dishes, like will not do dishes. And
Yeah.
so now the only dishes in the sink are his, and I can be like,
You see this? This needs to go.
this is you. This is all,
all
you.
you.
You go.
Oh boy. Sounds like a battle zone over there.
So no, it's gone okay. It's
good.
You know, he's gotten the message that if he doesn't wash the dishes, he doesn't get to use dishes.
Yeah. He has been domesticated. since we found him as a young wildling in the Craigslist woods.
Also, I miss Smash Brothers,
We would play quite a bit of Smash.
and I miss.
That was always fun.
I miss board games, and
I just miss like occasional human interaction at home. Because my grandparents are really good at leaving me alone most of the time, which I really appreciate when I'm really focused on doing work or whatever. But sometimes I'm just like, I've been sitting here for 5 hours and I haven't said a word to anyone, and no one said a word to me. And I'll like go on Twitter, it's not the same. But yeah, it's there's a lot of things to miss about how things were. But
anyway.
it's the memories that we'll have forever.
Well, I'll have forever. Kyle has the memory of like a goldfish.
This
4
is
years,
true.
he's not even gonna know who I am anymore.
Please. I have the internet to remind me.
You have this video on your
Yeah.
site. You might rewatch sometime. Be like, who was that?
Jimmy misses your luscious hair, Kyle.
Jimmy! What's up, dude? I miss your luscious face. Or how about the luscious hair on your face? I miss it all, baby. Let's do a collab video soon.
I asked you a question.
You did? Who are you? You're Paul's Hardware.
Lamont Cranston asks again, when the Oculus gets released, what's the first historical event that you want to experience? Gosh, that's interesting.
Did you ask me a question on Twitter, Paul?
Yeah.
I think that I would want to experience Roosevelt's Pearl Harbor speech. Like if that was a possibility through VR, like to feel like you were there, but I don't think that's really a possibility because it was shot on like 16 mil black and white film and anyway.
The question was, what real event would you want VR'd?
I think so.
Someone
What's
asked
the
me to do a
first
spin.
historical event that you want to experience? Yeah, you tweeted it, both of us.
Oh man. Jeez. All I can think of are tragedies. Like terrible things I would never want to be a part of or witness. That's all that comes to mind right now.
Like the moon landing?
Moon landing would be kind of cool. And then like you look to the left and there's like a gaffer with like a light. Just like, or like, you know, audio dude with a boom pole. Like, oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, there's too many options out there. Would be cool.
And at
Be
minute
cool to just-
44, Kyle said the S word. That's just a note for our editor for later.
I apologize. Sometimes they slip.
Anything else?
The one that
Anything
got
else?
away. Okay, I think Paul asked me a question, like a long time ago.
Did you favorite
I
it?
didn't think it was going to be that
It's
hard for you to find.
1 hour ago?
6 minutes ago.
It says 1 hour ago.
That's the wrong one then.
What's the best dinner that Jenny made you while you were roommates? Was that the one?
Yeah.
I really like your gumbo. The
Wow.
dirty rice.
Yeah.
Dirty rice was pretty amazing. I love a lot of the stuff with the rice that you make. I really like the stuffed
The
bell peppers, risotto.
Did you like the
what
curry
else was-
risotto?
Curry risotto. There's
Must
so
not
much
be-
risotto.
It must
Speaking
not
of
be
Kyle's
a.
Yeah, speaking of my goldfish memory, there it goes again. No, there was a lot of great dishes you made. I pretty much enjoyed every single one. I think there was like one out of like 1,000 that I was like, oh yeah, that was all right. But everything else I was like,
I always knew which one that was too, because he'd get up and go to the fridge and get the sriracha and just.
I always get
drown
the
it.
sriracha. It doesn't even matter if I'm like at a gourmet steakhouse or something and do you have sriracha or whatever hot sauce. Awesome Sauce Network, does that mean anything to you? I named my entire YouTube channel after sauce. I just put that crap on everything. I said crap that time.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. In your opinion, has AMD fallen too far behind NVIDIA and Intel? The CPU. Wait, he tweeted to you too.
They haven't fallen too far behind. I mean,
Intel, the CPU market.
Hey, isn't the 295 X2 still the fastest card?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
295X2 AMD fastest card.
There's one to your right.
It's over here.
oh, it's installed. We can't pull it out and show it to you guys. But
Really? Oh yeah.
That's what she said.
wait till
I'm sitting
wait
here
till
in a
we've stopped
pile-
recording, then I
Like,
can pull it out.
you guys can't see it, but I'm sitting over here in just a massive pile of hardware.
Ah. What's this?
It's the new
Oh. Yes, it is.
Some-
We are putting together a new test bed, everybody,
Some
featuring the
DDR4.
X99 chipset, DDR4. Got a 5960X right here. Ew.
I think this is the 2400. Yeah.
No, it's 3,000.
3000.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Baller.
The motherboard though.
The motherboard
Motherboard's
is
nice.
the big important part. I just wanted to put that back over there real quick.
Oh. Way to just block me. This big motherboard. Oh, should we go on to our next story?
Okay.
I forgot we were talking about stories and stuff.
Okay.
We're just having too much fun. On to the gaming news. I only had 2 articles. I was only able to get 2 articles for this. But the first one, Destiny. Destiny's out, and it hit $500 million in sales.
Yeah, it's the most pre-bought video game of all time.
Yes, yes, it is, which is pretty insane when you think about it. Largest launch of a new franchise, a new game franchise in history.
I do have some feedback on Destiny Play from somebody who's played probably about 10 or 12 hours of it.
Woo!
Boop, 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 boop.
Woo!
This comes from your old roommate Brian.
Oh, he's been playing it.
Who got Destiny at launch and has been playing it. He was also part of the beta, and he says the thing that disappoints him is that there is no really clear way in game to get assigned to groups, and then there's also no way to communicate with those groups.
Oh, that's annoying.
By voice. They don't have, or chat. They don't have an in-game chat. They're apparently relying on third-party software to handle people actually like grouping up and talking to each other.
That's annoying. Usually in-game chat isn't nearly what you could achieve with like a third-party app, like what's the stuff that...
Like Mumble?
Like Mumble, for example, yeah. Or Ventrilo. But it should still be integrated into a game, especially if it's that popular, something like Destiny, that heavily relies on an internet connection where you're playing with other people online in this massive map.
He said the player versus player thing is fun, but like the actual like building a team thing is almost non-existent.
Yeah, so not exactly like a great MMO-based game.
But he's hoping for some patches. Maybe when it comes out for PC, they'll figure it out.
Right.
When's does anybody know when the PC release is going to be?
I don't know.
I heard it in a couple months.
Jimmy said March is the rumor.
March.
Rumor, though.
That's not around anything. It's like not Christmas. It's not.
But I think, yeah, even if this in-game chat is a complete failure, I still think, based on the numbers alone in sales, this is going to be the next Halo, and it is from Bungie, the same folks that did Halo. So I have no doubt there will be like a part 2. You know, in the future there will be like a Destiny's Child or something.
What?
Sorry, I tried to make that into a joke, didn't I? You can fire me right now. Just hang me at the gallows.
Excuse me. Oh wait.
Make Jenny do a spin.
No, don't.
That's the most I can do.
It's the most thing that one person has been saying in chat over and over and over.
Do a spin. Oh my God, you're spamming.
Gosh.
Cal.
I'm not going to reward that kind of behavior. Stop spamming.
Cal, where's your article?
Oh, my article. Yeah.
This is what's coming up when I put that link in.
What?
You put in the link for the Google Doc.
Oh no. Well, it was on. Just can you just type in? I think it was on PC Perspective. Just GTA 5. So the next story is GTA 5. PC port has been delayed. Boo! We need like a soundboard, a mix board, and just someone just going boo, yeah, boo. This would be a boo. It was supposed to come out autumn of this year, which is now, pretty much. But it's been delayed to January 27th. But at least that's a confirmed, a solid date. Yeah, I know, Rachel. I know. I'm sad too. I was really looking forward to it. This is probably going to be the first PC game. Do any of us care
about it anymore at that point? No.
That's what they were talking about too in the article. Like, is it good to wait that long? People might lose interest, right? Because they've already seen all of the gameplay there is to see online. You know, the ending's been spoiled by then.
Oh yeah, we've had really funny videos of people like flying Bugattis.
Yeah.
You know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, jumping out of helicopters and nonsense.
Yeah.
Really, there's not.
But at the same time, though, no matter what we've already seen on the consoles, there's still going to be infinitely way better things to come on PC with all the mods that are going to be coming out for it. So, you know, turning all the cars into zoo animals or whatever it is, you know, being able to play as Darth Vader and blow up a cop station is just going to be, I don't know. I think there's still value there, even if it comes out a little later. And whatever, I feel like I've just been waiting so long at this point, it doesn't even matter if it comes out now or 2 months from now. But whatevs. So that was kind of lame.
All right, well that was our last story for the day.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting in a heart. Put in a heart.
You put in a heart?
Yep.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like doing it, you know.
More questions?
Any more
Do we have any more
questions?
questions?
Let's do a Twitter or Twitch blitz. Let's do a blitz. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're gonna answer whatever questions we can really fast as possible.
Just as soon as that makes its way
That phrase is not trademarked by Linus in any way. 2 notifications. All right. Someone followed me. Never mind. All right. Newegg after party? No. Sorry. We have so much to do beyond this show that
Newegg
it's just not
after
possible.
party? What?
I can't comment on that video card question. Sorry.
It's that.
No video card questions.
No.
Love Capcom. That's not a question. Come on, people. And that sums up today's episode of Alt+Tab.
What are some of your favorite parkour freerunning channels on YouTube? I actually don't really watch many because I feel like freerunning has turned into just doing like a bunch of flips and stuff all the time. It's not really about getting from point A to point B creatively anymore. And so I don't like watching a lot of videos of it because I feel like I'm just watching gymnastics.
Yeah, I'm not too much into parkour watching. The last parkour thing that I saw that was really cool was Devin Supertramp's channel, where he actually went to Italy, I think, and recorded a bunch of parkour people dressed up like Assassin's Creed assassins.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
And they just ran through the streets and they just all shot it like ragtag.
Yeah.
Didn't get any permits. They were just like, yeah, we're just going to shoot a video and hope we
yeah,
don't get
the best
arrested.
part of that was the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the cops kept busting them, and they went to Paris.
Yeah.
Not to
Oh,
Italy.
Paris. What? That's Europe. It's all the same. Proud to be an American. What is dirty rice, Jenny?
Dirty rice.
What's dirty rice?
It's jambalaya, kind of. Dirty rice is basically rice with red beans and andouille sausage and a bunch of Cajun spices and all mixed together in a rice dish.
Yep. That's pretty much it. And it is not as dirty as it sounds.
It's called dirty rice because it looks like it has dirt in it from all the spices.
Best games you've played that are not multiplayer.
Thoughts on Video Game 24?
Wait, one at a time. All right, best games you've played that are not multiplayer. Go. Resident Evil 4.
Portal.
Portal. There's multiple. Oh yeah, Portal number 1. You're right.
Portal 1 and Portal 2 are single player.
Oh, you just have the option to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10.
Final Fantasy 7. Paul says Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10.
Am I gonna replace the?
Rachel says Psychonauts.
Oh, Skyrim was $5.
My glasses are yellow because
What?
they are gunners.
Just a replacement. Oh.
What's going to happen at Game 24?
Yeah. What was that? What are your thoughts about Game 24? Was that the question, Rachel?
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Me too. You'll be there, right?
I will be there.
Jenny will be there.
Me and Steve and Rachel will all be there. We'll be at the LA location.
Be watching you guys from the interwebs.
Come out and say hi.
Should be fine. Yeah, if you guys are gonna go, hit up all these fools on Twitter, so you can like stalk them at the event and stuff.
Sorry, no.
Thoughts on Assassin's Creed Unity? Haven't played it.
Yeah,
Is it out yet?
no.
No, it's not out yet. I think it was postponed to November, right?
I don't know too much about it. Honestly.
I actually did not get to play it at E3. They did not have a playable demo. So
Cake or death? Death.
cake.
Definitely death. Jenny, have you attempted to?
What?
These are a lot of cooking questions. I'm surprised. Have you ever attempted to make Patsy U for Kyle?
No,
No.
because I think it would be insulting. Like, I've never made Thai food, and
Yeah. Patsy U gave birth to me.
I made some Thai-inspired dishes for you. Like, I made that cold soba noodle with coconut milk
Right.
and
That was really
that
good.
one.
Or you can just add sriracha to anything and it becomes Thai inspired.
And I've made a lot of curries. A lot of curries.
Curry. Also, your hair looks like it did in early Yoked episodes. I know. I used to rock the buzz look when I first started Yoked in 2011. Gosh, that was so long ago. Except I didn't have the facial hair, so I still
And
looked
you
like I
look
was
like
12.
a child.
I look like a real baby.
Kyle.
You want to pinch your cheeks? Any other questions, Rachel? Just shout them out if you see anything.
The most anticipated game coming out this year for you guys?
For me, Super Smash Brothers, the new one.
Yeah.
It'd have to be.
Civilization Beyond Earth.
Beyond Earth, that's what I said.
Rachel and Paul both say Civ Beyond Earth. For me, to the end of the year, I don't know what I'm excited about, actually. Besides Smash Brothers, I don't know.
Assassin's Creed
I don't know. I'm kind of meh on it. I am excited. Okay, Assassin's Creed Unity does offer a lot of really cool innovations for the Assassin's Creed franchise, including a to-scale map of Paris at the Revolution, so that's cool. They've also done away with the hay bales in that game, so you can actually scale up things and scale down them. I thought that was pretty interesting that that had never occurred to them before.
Right. It's like, man.
Why are you and Jimmy engaged
Parkour
in a
simulator.
showdown to the death?
It's a showdown to the death. So Jimmy just challenged me on Twitch to a Super Smash duel.
Oh, really?
To the death, yes. Apparently he's an avid Smash player as well. So I have accepted his challenge. Challenge accepted. And we're going to do it. The game, that is. We're going to do the game together. Yeah, cool. Bring your finest. Do your worst, sir.
Do you have a Wii U?
I shall be ready. I am not ready. I don't have a Wii U. You're right.
Yeah, how are
first.
you and Jimmy going to play Smash?
Jimmy, you have a Wii U, right? Jimmy, come on, talk to me.
Jimmy says the new one.
There's a
when
delay.
It comes out. LOL.
The delay's like 10, 15 seconds. So we could just...
It's 4:02.
4 o'clock.
Anyway.
All right. Anyway, stay tuned for more Smash tournament details with Jimmy and me. It'll be good. Be bloody. All right, we're done? Sorry.
And with that, we say goodnight.
Bye, guys.